Yo, 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 it's your boy Swag, and I'm back. And I just did a video on BG coming home from jail, and I thought this would be a good time to talk about the 2000s raps. If you watch my playlist, I talk about the 90s rap, I talk about Bone Thugs and Harmony, the first rap group I fell in love with. And now it's time for me to talk about the 2000s. What a perfect timing with BG coming home and the Hot Boys doing a tour reunion. Who other than to talk about but Cash Money, the Hot Boys. They took over for the 2000s, you know what I'm saying? And at my age range, as my age group became like a dominant force of who the music attracted to, let me tell you something. I seen the era from when, excuse me, gangster rap first started. Like when gangster rap first started, like I was like young and I seen it happen. I seen the change from like the gangster rap into the flossing rap, and then it's like when you think about back in the day, and they want to say it's conspiracies real. I just want to throw this out there. I remember they were saying like Jay-Z supposed to have been a person that supposed to have been rapping about drugs, and he was changing the game, and they say he changed the game. He was rapping about the drugs, you know what I'm saying? Before gangster rap, you know what I'm saying? Rap had a substance, you know what I'm saying? A subject, you know. I ain't gonna get into all that in this video, but just know that rap started from somewhere and it left its original sound and concept, and then it kind of went into like the crack era, and everything went bad, like bad. Like in the 90s, I remember seeing dope lines around the corner. So it's like I just remember them times, and not even just the 90s, like in the 80s, like you just kind of remember certain shit. You know, when I first found out about Cash Money, it was before they went mainstream. So basically, they went mainstream when Juvenile dropped his project 400 Degrees. That's when everybody really started paying attention to them outside of the South. But fortunately for me, I was working, and I was working at a young age. I wasn't even in high school yet, but I was working for my godmother. She had a computer shop, so every weekend I go clean up the shop, and then I just help assist her with whatever traffic, whatever she got coming in. You know what I'm saying? She'll break me off some money. So it was a record shop that was down the street. So I always been into music. So now I got my own money. And then it's like, man, let me go in this record shop. So dude wasn't even supposed to be selling me this shit, but because I came in there, you know what I'm saying, it was one of them pops, pop stores. I forgot how they call them, pops, the pop stores, the old stores, and I was telling him my interest in music or whatever. He's like, oh yeah, okay, So long story short, he put me up on Cash Money, and at this time, uh, it was a lot of BG albums. BG had most of the Cash Money catalog at that time. BG True Stories was out. I think that's what it was called. BG True Stories. That was the album with Wayne and BG together. Um, but they was the two artists that had BG and Lil Wayne. So BG had a lot of albums coming out. He kind of took over Cash Money from when they had a revamp of some older guys in the previous music era. So when the gangster music started, and like it got heavy, like he was the one that put Cash Money out in the streets with the younger folks. Um, I had bought all them albums. You know what I'm saying? And I used to listen to him all the way through, and I used to just think like he was so raw. And Juvenile came. By the time Juvenile came out, it was like my freshman year in high school, and he turned that bitch up with the and then that back that ass up. From there, it was on from Cash Money. BG never really got to show his talent solo as a gangster artist, but he did come in and drop an album, you know what I'm saying, a real industry album. I think it would all their albums went gold at the time, you know what I'm saying, but I think it went gold. He dropped the Bling Bling and Cash Money is the Army, better yeah the Navy. Um, I forgot the Cash Money is the Army was the name of the song. That was Cash Money is the Army, better yeah the Navy. Cash Money is the Army is the name of the song. He dropped Bling Bling off this album. Both those songs did very good. Bling Bling, actually, I think that single probably went platinum. After that, they dropped, as a group, they dropped Hot Boys. They had an old Hot Boys album too back in the day, before they went mainstream, called Get It How You Live. I had that too. You know what I'm saying? I was on a bumper every time they dropped something. I was on it. They weren't putting out music as well. I was in Chicago, so I can't say like that was the reason probably why they wasn't putting out as much music as No Limit at the time. But they was dropping a lot of albums. Cash Money was dropping a lot of albums. They dropped that. Um, so they was dropping. So they dropped the Guerrilla Warfare. So at this time, Cash Money was the shit, and you know, I thought BG was cold, but I fell in love with Lil Wayne. I think I kind of gravitated more towards Lil Wayne because BG was a little older and Lil Wayne was younger, so it was like I kind of matched Lil Wayne's energy at the time. And then when he dropped The Block Is Hot, oh man, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was telling people like, man, he the best rapper. He gonna be the best rapper. I just got the talent. I just know. Like it's hard for me to explain. I just know. Y'all won't understand. I just know what's hot. So Lil Wayne, you know, he dropped The Block Is Hot. The Block Is Hot. That turned him up. That nigga was a superstar. And throughout the years, he kept doing his thing, and he became the best rapper of my era, hands down. And a lot of people will say that, you know, Jay Z is the best rapper of all time, but Lil Wayne started in the 90's when Jay Z was rapping, and he damn near was rapping about as long as Jay Z was rapping in the 90's. Like, damn near, you know what I'm saying? They had about the same length of a career. I think Jay Z got signed a year before Lil Wayne got signed to a major deal. Now, Jay Z probably was rapping in New York underground, but when it comes to like contracts, like Jay Z signed a year before Wayne, or they signed the same year, I forgot. But it was an argument I had with somebody about this, and I was like, how can he be the best and he quit? And Wayne never didn't quit. Wayne been rapping. Wayne been rapping in every era. He's been rapping since the 90's. And 90's is when gangster rap started. Like, is you stupid? Is y'all stupid? I mean, Jay Z probably branded himself better and marketed himself better with the better people as I guess a solo artist. But Wayne was signing Cash Money, so you know he probably couldn't do as much as Jay Z, and Jay Z kicked Dame to the side and did his own thing. So you know, each his own. You know, when it comes to that, I could talk about that too, man. I'm gonna start talking about this music era shit more, cause when him kicking Dame Dash out, I remember back in the day, like I said, I think I said in this video that they said he was on some foul shit and he changed the way the game was being rapped and all this other shit anyway. And around that time, that's when Irv Gotti and them was trying to start their own independent shit. The same thing these rappers doing now, but they fried Irv Gotti for that shit. Irv Gotti and a couple of more motherfuckers fucked their whole business up, their careers and shit up. Um, but back to Cash Money in 2000. So you know, they after they dropped their group shit. Like I said, Wayne took off, but I really can't say nothing about nobody else because Turk went to jail. Turk dropped his album. I thought it was decent. You know what I'm saying? I think it could have been promoted better, but like he said, he was in jail. So when you're not able to, like, kind of do your own promoting, to put your own passion, your own thing, you probably wouldn't do what you expected to do. But Turk was in the lane of whatever he put out should have went gold two, gold or platinum, whatever they was going them years. Everything was busting, so I feel like his shit would have did the same thing, no doubt about it. I feel like it would have did the same thing. And by Wayne staying with Cash Money, because it was at a time where Wayne was thinking about leaving Cash Money in 2000. Like Jay Z had did his thing with the Rockefeller, and even as a rapper, Wayne still looked up to other rappers as he was fans of those, and he liked the Jay Z. He actually said he was thinking about leaving Cash Money, but he didn't. And he went underground with the squad up. He quit rapping. Like I said, Wayne been rapping about as long as Jay Z, but Wayne quit rapping and went to school. But the only difference is Wayne dropped Squad Up mixtapes. He got his Squad Up together. I mean his Young Money together. That's why he able to run the game right now. Because I told y'all, I know talent. I jumped on Wayne when he dropped the block is hot. I knew he was hot. I knew he was the next thing, and I knew previous to that, before he went major, that I liked it Wayne. Like Wayne was like that. You know what I'm saying? Like his solo song on the first Hot Boys album, So Cold, and it's like listen to that all the time. I learned that the first day. Creeping through your block like a perm. Come on, man. Leave blocks burn. Catch it. The whole block. The whole block. Catch a fire. I be the block burner. Like, that nigga used to be going crazy back in the day. So he set up the Young Money. So when Young Money came, it was like Birdman received off everything, but it's like Cash Money. The era never stopped. Young Money took over in the later 2000s. Y'all crazy. Despite Birdman and Lil Wayne having these problems, maybe that's not real problems. Probably was to finesse more money out the system if you play the game right. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just what I think. But he had Drake. Oh, before Drake turned, it was Nicki Minaj. He had Drake, and Drake right now is what still the hottest artist. And then Birdman got NBA YoungBoy. I remember it was a time where Birdman signed all the legends. So he probably got ends on their money too. Collectively of his whole roster. Like y'all not seeing that Cash Money has been running the game. Ain't nothing been hotter than Cash Money, and it's like I know we look at Cash Money as like a secondary label because of Universal Records and I'm high right now. I can't even think of no another one right now. Is you fucking serious? Not fucking Motown, but the one that Snoop Dogg was with Interscope. Then I can't think of no more majors right now. But Cash Money's been the only one surviving this long. Head runner. We're gonna say Jay-Z. Jay-Z had J. Cole, Rihanna. He got some stars that was running it. But we talking about headline it still to now this day. The one label. And then it would be Cash Money. The strongest going label, number ones, is Cash Money. They not gonna tell you this, but it's facts. The number one is Cash Money. Lil Wayne had so many fucking number one hits. Drake had so many number one hits. Nicki Minaj had so many number one hits. NBA YoungBoy had so many number one hits. Even Birdman himself didn't have number one hits. Juvenile, number one hits. And we talking about the label. We ain't talking about like as a group. We're not talking about individual. We talking about as a label. Like we could say Gotti. He had his turn with Ashanti and Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? We could say 50 Cent had his turn with G Unit. All these people had turns, but Cash Money's been running this bitch since the 90's, non-stop. Always had the number one artist. Always had the number one artist. And y'all need to go look at them facts, man. So y'all can't say Jay-Z number one. You can't say Jay-Z number one, man. I just don't see how they say it, man. I just don't see how they say it. And Cash Money still number one. From the street level on up, number one artist. They have the number one artist consistently from the 90's, 2000, 2010s, and now to the 2020s. That's 40 years going strong down there. Well, 30 going on 40. Y'all better pay attention to what's going on, man. It's your boy Swag, man. This part one. On part two, I'm probably gonna break it down statistics. You know what I'm saying, and show y'all what I'm talking about. I think I gave y'all some good examples. I ain't even going to like songs, like to say the name of songs and the impact that the song made. I've been talking for a long time. Tired, but I'm trying to convince you that Cash Money been running the game since the 90's. They always had number one stars, the number one star in every decade. And don't let them tell you nothing different. It's your boy Swag and I'm out.